A game series I will always hold dear and dear to my heart will always be Pokemon. It's like my favorite video game ever. So today I thought I would be counting down my top 10 favorite Pokemon. So starting off our list at number 10 is Avalugg. He is the one of the only ice type Pokemon in the 6th generation. As ice is my favorite type, he would obviously be in somebody I would like, but I especially like him because of Bergmite, who was his first evolution, and I actually used one for a little bit in my uh, XY playthrough. His name was Rocky, but I don't know why it was named Rocky because it's ice type. But ice type's always been like my favorite type, and you'll be seeing multiple ice types on this list. So yeah, number 9 is Beartic. He's also an ice type, but he's an ice bear. um, I just like ice type Pokemon, and his design was especially cool to me. Um, and like he's a polar bear. Like it took them like over 20. It took them like almost 20 years to like 15 years to come up with a polar bear Pokemon. So yeah, but I used one in my black white playthrough for a little bit. It knew Hyper Beam and Ice Punch and Aerial Ace and Rock Tomb. Yeah. I especially like him just because of like how like tough he looks, and actually it is the evolved form of Cubchoo, and like how much the Pokemon changes between the two the two and just like it's got a cool design. It's pretty good in terms of stats. It's 485. Can't complain about that, but it's kind of good. Its attack is pretty good with 110 overall, but yeah. Number 8 is Kingler. As I was writing a story with Pokemon in it, I was kind of thinking of what the main character, what her first caught Pokemon would be. Her first Pokemon will be later on the list. But I came up with a Krabby that would later evolve into Kingler. And it kind of just like, I just started to like it because the story and like how I like was like with the Kingler, it was a good Pokemon. Like it was cool in the story. So I just started to like him because it caught on from when I started writing the story. And yeah, um, all this one dose is crap hammer though. Number 7 is Hippowdon. I'm not usually a big fan of the ground types, but Groudon just like I mean Hippowdon. I'm sorry, I said Groudon, but I'm not usually a fan of ground types, but Hippowdon just is cool because I can never because there's a difference between a male and a female, as you can see here. There's a male and a female. Female is black. The male is white. But Hippowdon just interests me because it's just so big and it learns an assortment of moves. When I played Pokemon Diamond, actually, I had Hippowdon on my team when I won, when I beat the Elite Four. Um, it was not good but it was over leveled, but everything outsped him, so we ended up losing. So yeah. Uh, number 7 is it? I think. Wait, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. No, this is number 6. Sorry. Yeah, this is number 6. And number 6 goes to Beautifly. Well, this is a little personal story about me. When I first played Pokemon, the first Pokemon I ever caught was a Wurmple, and it evolved into a Beautifly. So even after my brother, Jar Jar, as he is known on this channel, hacked the game and got me a bunch of Pokemon that were level 100, I still kept Beautifly in my party because it was like the first Pokemon I caught. It was way under leveled, but I didn't really care. This thing was like my partner besides something else that will be coming up later on the list. So my Wurmple evolved into a Silcoon, and then it became a Beautifly. But it kind of just like was cool to me, like the butterfly cycle. We were like, it's like a butterfly, but then like there's Dustox. I fought against a few Dustoxes with Beautifly. It was funny because of how like it was Beautifly versus Dustox. So and at number 5 is Bisharp. I mainly just like this guy because he's really cool. It's just like Bisharp. Like, look at this dude. He's got freaking blades for arms. He's got like a blade on his head. How could this guy not be cool? Once again, this was one of the main Pokemon used by the main character of one of my other stories I wrote, where he had a bunch of Dark and Ghost types, but he was a Fire type trainer. Bisharp played a big role. Bisharp was like his main Pokemon. So at number 4 is Golurk. And Golurk was another one of the Pokemon that he used. It's just so big. And like flying around on him, I used one in my white playthrough. Flying around on one, it was just ridiculously fun. And I just liked it a lot. I knew Focus Punch, and I can't remember the other ones. I think it was like Focus Punch and Earthquake. Maybe Shadow Ball. I can't remember though off the top of my head. But the next number is Pawniard, who's the pre-evolution of Bisharp. So, number 3 is Mienshao. I just like him because he's cool, because he's awesome, where he can do all of this, where he's a fighting type. I really don't like fighting types, just like I don't like ground types that much. But Focus Blast and Low Sweep are just like what it is and like how cool he is. It just made me feel like that I like him a lot. So number 2 was the first Pokemon I ever got. Well, I got a Trico as my first Pokemon, but I got a Sceptile. This was the Pokemon that was with Beautifly. I always entered Sceptile in contests. Okay, yeah, I know. Contests. But I always entered my Sceptile named Bubba in contests in Emerald, and I won a lot of them. So I mainly used him just like to sit there and like contests. I had like 6 ribbons on him. Okay. I had like 6 ribbons on him. Look at this 630. Look at that 630 total for Mega Sceptile. But when Sceptile got a Mega, I was so happy because Sceptile is my second favorite Pokemon because it was like my first Pokemon partner. And I remember I named him Bubba. And he was cool. Well, number 1, you guys can probably all guess. It's the Pokemon that I named my channel after. Is Glaceon. He was the main Pokemon. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna end it off here because you guys know why I like Glaceon. I named my channel after him, so I like him a lot.